No!
Gundam Breaker 4.
No!
Gundam Breaker 4.
It's real!
It's happening. It's finally happening. At Nintendo Direct 2024, Bandai revealed that Gundam Breaker 4 is real and will be releasing later this year. You hear that? That's the sound of every Gunpla fan around the globe jumping out of their chairs. We are so back. We have never been so back. The Gundam Breaker franchise is one that's almost universally loved by the Gundam fandom. Gundam Breaker 3 is still considered to be one of the better Gundam games in recent years, but the community was still disappointed that they had to import it from Asia because it wasn't easily accessible in other countries. After New Gundam Breaker, which was not a hit to say the least, and the shutdown of Gundam Breaker Mobile halfway through 2023, fans were beginning to wonder if we would ever get a Gundam Breaker title again. But Bandai has answered our prayers. Gundam Breaker 4 is real and I could not be more excited. The wonderful folks over at Bandai Namco Entertainment America also shared some exclusive information and assets with me, so I'm going to be going over everything we know so far. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more Gundam content and more Gundam Breaker 4 coverage, and now let's see what this game has to offer. If you've been living under a rock and for some reason have no idea what Gundam Breaker is, it's a series that allows you to collect Gunpla parts from a wide variety of series and mobile suits, and assemble your own custom Gunpla to take into battle. Not only can you also custom paint those Gunpla to bring your own creative vision to life, but the parts you choose will also affect what special attacks your Gunpla is capable of. According to Bandai, Gundam Breaker 4 will be a direct sequel to Gundam Breaker 3, Breaker Mobile, and Battlelog. This means that characters you've come to recognize from those games and series will also make appearances in this one. Some of these characters will play a major part in the story, whereas others will make fun little cameos here and there, which is pretty typical of Gunpla related shows and games. Breaker 4 is a single-player game that has online co-op for up to 3 players, and Bandai has made it very clear that features from New Gundam Breaker that players didn't like, such as swapping parts mid-battle, will not be returning. This is a great move because out of all the discussion in the last few years about a potential future Breaker game in general, and a lot of the discussion I'm already seeing since this announcement, there's one common theme. Please do not release another New Gundam Breaker. This also seems to be the biggest title in the series yet. There's no final number in terms of how many kits are in the game, but the website states that there are over 250, and Bandai has confirmed that Breaker 4 will have the most kits to build with at launch compared to any previous Breaker game when they first launched. The kits will range from 0079 all the way to Witch from Mercury, and will include multiple grades, SDs, and Fumina kits, which are a brand new addition to the Breaker franchise. Your Gunpla is made up of 11 individual parts. From the trailer and the website, we can see that those 11 parts are head, body, right and left arm, legs, backpack, right and left long-range weapon, right and left close-range weapon, and shield. The trailer also shows off a new feature that allows you to equip 2 different weapons in each hand to perform unique combos. The 2 examples we see are a beam saber slash followed by a beam javelin rapid thrust attack, and a whip that draws the target in followed by a short sword attack. As far as I can remember, in previous games the only time you could dual wield was if a specific part had 2 weapons intrinsically, like Strike Freedom's twin beam rifles or Exia's GN blades. This new feature opens up a whole new world of possibilities for players, and I'm super excited to see what cool combos people can come up with. The game will also see the return of boss battles against mobile armors like Big Zam and Apsalis, as well as larger grade enemies like the Perfect Grade Gundam. Awakenings are also making a return from Gundam Breaker 3 and New Gundam Breaker, which I'm assuming will have different effects depending on the color you choose. But one of the biggest features that's sure to get people excited is the diorama mode, which is a ramped up version of the photo or gallery mode from previous titles. In Breaker 3 and Mobile, you could pose your Gunpla against different backgrounds and maybe add some small effects here and there for a little extra flair. Diorama mode cranks this dial up to 11, allowing you to include multiple Gunpla at once and pose them in a 3D space. You can also add various props and effects to create unique dioramas and show off your creations, and believe me when I say it looks like the possibilities are endless. Not only do you have complete freedom of moving your Gunpla and these effects around the space, but you can even add little details such as damaging your Gunpla to create a battle scenario. 2 examples of this we see in the trailer are a Strike Freedom with its arm missing and a recreation of the last shooting from the original Mobile Suit Gundam. Given how creative I saw some people get in Gundam Breaker Mobile with the limited features we had there, I'm sure you're going to see some insane creations come out of this. I really hope that Bandai takes advantage of this feature and hosts diorama contests, because I think that would be a really awesome way to rally the community. Okay, so now let's talk about what we know with regards to the actual release of the game. Unfortunately, as of right now, there is no confirmed release date, but we do know that it's coming at some point in 2024. If I had to wager a guess, I would say probably around the fall so that they can take advantage of the holiday season. Another important thing to mention is that even though this game was revealed at Nintendo Direct, it's not a Switch exclusive game. The extended trailer on Bandai Namco Entertainment America's YouTube channel confirmed that the game will also be available on PC and both PS4 and PS5. What's more, this game will actually have a physical release. However, it'll be for PS5 and Switch only. PS4 and Steam will be limited to digital. And, wait for it, the game will have a full English VO cast. This is huge because most Gundam games lately haven't had any English voice acting, so you can really tell they're pushing this for the West. Breaker 4 will also have a collector's edition that you can see on screen now, which comes with a steelbook, digital soundtrack, a custom Gunpla, and early in-game parts unlocks. The Gunpla itself is a special version of the Gun Barrel Strike, which if you aren't familiar with is a strike Gundam with the gun pods featured on Mu Laflaga's Mobius Zero and the Gun Barrel Dagger from Seed MSV. This kit has historically only been available as a Gundam base exclusive, and this version specifically will have custom design enhancing stickers in colors inspired by Mu, as well as translucent parts. Last but not least, in the JP version of the trailer, there's a brief announcement of a network test for the game, which is another way to say a beta, but no specific date was given, and this was not in the English version, so right now we don't know if this test will be worldwide or JP only. I gotta say, I was not expecting an announcement like this, and definitely not at Nintendo Direct of all places, but then again, Battle Alliance was announced at Nintendo Direct as well, so I shouldn't be surprised. Either way, like I've said multiple times, I could not be more excited. I said it earlier, but Gundam Breaker is a series that's almost universally loved by Gundam fans around the globe and allows them to fully embrace their love for the franchise and their own creativity. There's zero doubt in my mind that this game is going to be a massive hit with the Gundam community, and I cannot wait to see all the custom builds, dioramas, and other content that's going to hit social media when it launches. A certain masked man once said that Gunpla is freedom, and I think that this game is going to embody that statement to the fullest. There's a reason why people love creating custom Gunpla, and it's because it allows them to immerse themselves in the world of Gundam. But Gundam Breaker is a series that takes it one step further, allowing anyone to create their own custom Gunpla regardless of whether or not they have the skills to actually build a physical one, and then take that Gunpla into battle. It's a really special feeling that you don't get from any other Gundam game, and that's why fans love this series so much. This is probably the biggest Gundam game announcement of the year, so get excited. I want to hear what you guys are looking forward to in the comments. Tell me what kind of features you want to see, what custom Gunpla you plan on creating, what cool dioramas you plan to build, all of it. All the relevant information that was released today will be in the description, including the trailers, the website, and the pre-order link when that goes live. I'll continue covering new information about Breaker 4 leading up to the release, so be sure to watch this space to stay up to date with the game. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a positive rating to help me in my boss battle against the algorithm. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.